Good morning, champions. Hope you had a great night. I'm sorry about yesterday. I wasn't able to analyze the charts with you guys, but today, hopefully, I'm doing it right now. So we are going to just go straight to the charts so that you can see what the charts have to say. So I'm going to kickstart my analysis with AUD USD, AUD USD. So let me remove first all these noises here, that you can have a clear view. So I'm just going to start from the weekly time frame and then moving to lower time frame or lower time frame zones here. So that's what I'm going to do. So this is AUD USD for you. So this is from the weekly time frame, and I've zoomed out. That's why you're seeing the chart are kind of looking the way they are looking. So you can see, just for those who it is their first time seeing the charts, hopefully you're going to learn something. So first of all, I would like us to see the general move of this chart. So the charts are moving from this kind of from this region. You can see this kind of region of consolidation, and then it is opening up. So you can see this kind of a base here, kind of forming some triangles. Let me draw this so that you can see. So you can see that the markets are forming some sort of a triangle around here. So that's the general triangle that the charts have been forming from the weekly time frame. And so you can see that we had a touch at this position here. And then after having this touch, this upper trend line, you can see that we had another touch here on this side, and then the chart moved up to touch the upper trend line again, and then they moved down and they made sure that they had touched the trend line around this place, and then they moved up again. So we are expecting the markets to have a breakout at this position here. We're expecting a breakout. The markets have been moving between these 2 points here, these two regions here. You can see the regions that I'm labeling. So the charts have been moving in between these two regions here, and hopefully we have been having some retest to this position. But you can see that in the first place, after it touched this point of support, went up and then moved down. This time round, it broke out down to the downside, touching the trend line in this position, and then moved to the outside upside, and then made a breakout again. Had some small consolidation around this area, and then we had a move to the upside. So I'm expecting a breakout of this position. So let me remove all these noises here, that you can have a clear view. So from the weekly time frame, so this is what I can. If we are going to have, I'll be waiting for a confirmation. So, but I'm looking forward to getting into a market that is yeah, of that sort. So because after the market's breakout of this position, it is going to get into this. I'm going to get into this beautiful trade, looking to capitalize on it up to this position. At this position, we are going to have kind of some small consolidation, because in previous that it had proven to be a point of support in this region, and also a point of resistance to some regions here. So we are going to experience some small consolidation in this place. Then the markets, I'm looking forward for the markets to move again to the upside. up to that position. So that is what I am that is what I'm seeing the market are going to behave. So beautiful. That is what you can see from the weekly time frame. So let us move to the daily time frames. So as you move to the daily time frame, uh, there was this region that I was talking about, in between this region here, where the markets have been playing for long. Then we had a breakout at this position. The market moved down and then they moved up again, made a breakout to the upside again, and after making a breakout to the upside, you can see that this has proven to be a strong point of resistance. So if I can zoom in, if I can zoom in, you'll see that the markets are after touching this trend line below here. You can see that the markets have been moving in between these two trend lines, making some higher highs, higher lows, went above, made a first touch in this position, a second touch to this position, went down to, so you can see that this is kind of a point of support, also a very small point of support here. Yeah. So and then the market they still continued to move to the upside, making the fourth touch here, moved again, made a touch to the upside, moved again to this point of support. So you can see that we had a lot of consolidation in this region. It has been proven to be a strong point of support. If I can zoom in so that you can have a clear view of what I'm talking about. So you can see that this has proven to be a strong point of support. So the markets are currently moving up. So I'm expecting them to move. I'm looking forward to capitalize on it up to this position. It might go for a retest, but hopefully I'm expecting it that after moving out of this position, it is going to move out, make some small consolidation to this point, and then break out to the upside. So that is what I'm expecting the markets to be moving to, because they have already made a touch to the downside. So there is no way that the markets are going to move further to the downside. So you can see that the markets are still moving in between these two trend lines. They have made their first touch in this position, made a shallow second touch in this position, and they are currently moving to the upside. So I'd like us to move into a lower time frame. So moving into the lower time frame, you can see. So moving into a lower time frame, you can see that we had a lot of confirmation that this is a very strong point of support, support. So we had our first touch in this position, second touch, third touch, a fourth touch, and then a shallow fifth touch in this position. Then the markets started moving to the upside. You can see that this is a kind of a region of resistance in this position. So, but I'm still hopefully the markets are not going to move to the downside. They're going to move to the upside. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for AUD USD. So let us now from that point let us move to the hourly time frame. So from the hourly time frame you can have a clear view of how the markets are clearly showing. You can see had a trade at this position, it closed at this position here. Beautiful trade. I think I shared with you yesterday, a day before yesterday. Yeah. So hopefully for those who were able to see the opportunity, were able to seize the opportunity. Yeah. And I will also be sharing with you guys. Hopefully, mm, I'll be sharing with you guys my signals. Hopefully. Yeah. So basically, from next week, I'll be sharing with you my signals. Yeah. So that we can start making huge amounts of money. So we can see that this has proven to be a strong point of resistance in this position. I was expecting a breakout to the upside, but then it did not work out. So you can see that the markets have been moving in between these two regions. So you can see that after the market, let me take my pencil. So you can see that after the market touched this point of support, went on to this region here, moved again to this point of support, and then had a retest to the point of support, then moved to the upside to this region here, then moved back to this point of support, and then moved up. So currently, I'm still looking for opportunities to capitalize on it. So currently, and you can see that there is a very strong confirmation that the markets are moving towards the downside. So first of all, you need to calculate the reward that you're giving yourself against the risk that you're taking. Yeah, remember I told you guys that you should have at least a ratio of 1 is to more than 1. That's the ratio that you should be working with. So let me take my ruler so that you can see. So you can see that you can be risking how much? That is around $2 for those who are using 0.01. For those who are using a lot size of 0.01, so you can be risking $2 to get a reward of $3. Okay, I'm not going to get into that trade. So, but this is what I'm expecting the markets to do. So the markets are going to move to the downside in that region, but I'm not going to get into that trade. I'll just be waiting for the breakout at this position because the risk to reward ratio is kind of, I'm not comfortable with it. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with it. Yeah, no. So okay, so that is the plan that we have on AUD USD. I'm still expecting it to have a bit of the upside, but I hopefully here it is going to go for a retest around this position. I will have spotted the position from this place, but I was not on my laptop because if I will have placed my stop loss around that position and the reward will have been, that is if I saw I was able to view it yesterday. So that is a risk of around $1.6 to get a reward of, so $5. Yeah, I would have taken that chance. I would have taken that chance. Yeah, I would have taken that trade. The ratio is 1:5. Yeah, ratio 1:5. Yeah, so I'll have taken that. I'll have taken that chance. So that is the plan that I have on AUD USD. The other pair I wanted us to talk about is GBP USD. GBP USD on our GBP USD. So I'm going to kickstart the analysis. I'm going to kickstart the analysis from, I'm going to kickstart the analysis. Let me first of all I'm going to extract that analysis from the weekly time frame. So from the weekly time frame, so if it is your first time, I like starting my analysis from a higher time frame, moving into a lower time frame, so that at least we will have a general understanding of what is happening. Okay, so that is what we are having. So also on this pair, you can see that there's a kind of a triangle that has always been forming. You can see that triangle. Let me adjust this side. So that's the triangle that the markets have generally been showing. So you can see it is moving from a kind of a region of consolidation, and then it is moving into a region of kind of expanding. So after let me take my pencil so I can have a clear view. So you can see that after it made a touch to the downside here, it also made a touch to the upside. Then it was having some small resistance in this region. So we had some several point of resistance, then it moved to the downside again, made a touch, broke out the point of resistance, moved to the upside. I think this was a confirmation. So whenever you see this breakout, there's a confirmation that the markets are moving to the upside. So it moved to the upside, went for a just that point of support and continue moving to the upside. Then you can see that after making a touch to that region, it moved to the downside, made a breakdown to this region here. So this is kind of a region of this is also a region of support, very strong region of support around that area. So you can see there's a very strong region of support in that area. So you can see after it broke out of this position here, it then went down, made touched this point of support, moved up. So it was moving in between these two regions here. The markets were moving in between these two regions. So the market has been moving in between these two regions here. So then it moved, made a break out of this position, went down, went for kind of a retest of this point of resistance, then it moved down again, made the first touch, went up, went for a retest this point of support in this region, and then it moved up again. So currently, let me zoom in so that you can have a clear view. So if I can remove this first, so let me remove this first. So if I can zoom in, so you can see that the market made the first breakout, then went for just this line of trend line here. Then it made another breakout of this position. So the opportunity that I'm looking up to. So after making a second touch to this trend line below here, if you can see this trend line, this is the trend line I'm talking about. So after making that touch in that region, so it then moved to the upside. We are experiencing some small consolidation. Since this is a point of it's kind of a point of resistance, but I'm hopefully expecting a breakout to the upside. Yeah, I'm expecting a breakout to the upside. That's why I'm looking forward in capitalizing on it. So from the weekly time frame, I'm looking forward to capitalize on it up to that region. So that's my plan. My plan is that the markets are going to move up to this region here. Okay, let us move to a lower time frame. So moving into a lower time frame, you can see what I'm talking about. So you can see that the market has been moving in that manner. So making some triangles moving the significant design. So as you can see, the reason as to why I'm expecting a breakout is that the first time that it made a breakout, it was at the same time that it had made a touch to this trend and above here. So it went down to this region. So you can see a breakout of this region, went for a retest to this point of support, and currently I'm expecting a breakout to the upside. That is what I'm still seeing. So you can see it made a breakout, but at the same time, it had already touched this trend line, so it had to go down. First of all, to touch the trend line below it again, and it did so, and then move to the upside here. We are having some small consolidation to this region, but hopefully all will go well. Hopefully all will go well. Then I'm going to finish it with the analysis from the from the hourly time frame. So from the hourly time frame now you can have a clear view of what I'm currently seeing. So you can confirm to me that it there was a touch here in the daily time frame. That's why it moved down to this trend line here. You can see that here in this trend line had a breakdown to the upside, but then we had a slow kind of a correction here, made a break out of this position. So you can see that we have got like five green candlesticks in this position, two red candlesticks. The third green candlestick is closing up. So currently I'm holding on this trade. I'm looking forward on capitalizing on it up to that. So I'm looking forward on capitalizing on it up to that position around there. Yeah, so I'm looking forward on capitalizing on it up to this place here. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward on capitalizing on it up to that region. Hopefully, I'm so optimistic that all will go well. Yeah, I'm very optimistic that all will go well. So that is what I'm currently holding. I'm currently holding that trade. I'm currently holding that trade. Let us hope for the best. The best, the best, the best. Yeah, so that is all that I had lined up for you today. So have a blessed day ahead of you and the remaining part of the week, and may the peace be with you.